For decades, Malaysians had one answer whenever fuel prices came up. Don't worry. We have Petronas. It felt safe. It felt protected. It felt like Malaysia was different from countries that had to suffer at the mercy of global oil markets. Today, that belief collapsed. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim just revealed something that most Malaysians never knew. Petronas, our national oil company, is now a net fuel importer, not an exporter. An importer, meaning Malaysia now buys more oil than it sells, and supply for June is still uncertain. Let that sink in. Welcome to Observer MY, Malaysia explained, analyzed, understood. I am your host, and today we break down the biggest economic revelation of the week. Why does Malaysia, a country producing oil since the 1970s, now need to buy oil from the world? And what does this mean for you? Earlier today in Ipoh, PM Anwar was speaking at the Perk Madani Rakyat program. Someone in the crowd asked a very direct question. His answer was direct. He said, Petronas is now a net importer. We need to buy oil. Supply for June is still uncertain. Let me give you the actual numbers. Malaysia's domestic crude oil production is around 350,000 barrels per day. But here is the problem. Petronas' refinery system needs 700,000 barrels per day to meet Malaysia's domestic fuel demand. That is double. The gap has to be filled through imports. Malaysia has been a net importer of crude oil since around 2014. More than a decade. How can this be true when we export oil? Here's the answer. Malaysia produces light sweet crude, which is high quality and very expensive. Our refineries, however, are configured to process a different type, heavier crude, that we must import. We export the premium and buy the cheaper heavy crude. Nearly 40% of Malaysia's crude oil imports pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And right now, that route is severely disrupted. Of all the petrol sold at the pump in Malaysia, Petronas supplies about 48%. The remaining 50% comes from other companies. Since the conflict began, shipping traffic through the strait has dropped by over 90%. Global crude oil prices have risen by almost 40%. The government is spending 4 billion ringgit every month absorbing the difference. RON 95 stays at 1 ringgit 99 for now. Petronas' profit actually declined in 2025. Gains in oil prices are being offset by rising costs in refining, shipping, and insurance. The Malaysia as Petronas, we are safe narrative was always a partial truth. We were never immune to global oil market forces. Every Malaysian deserves to understand the full picture. Do you think we should accelerate our shift to renewable energy? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe to Observer MY for honest analysis. Malaysia explained, analyzed, understood. I will see you in the next one.